Day. Retiring Republican Senators Kay Bailey Hutchison of Texas and John Kyle of Arizona introduced the Achieve Act. It offers 3 steps that could lead to permanent legal status. Joining me now from Dallas, Texas to talk about the Achieve Act and the future of immigration legislation, outgoing Senator Kay Bailey Hutchison. Senator, good to see you.
Thank you, Craig. Good to be here.
First of all, really quickly, for folks who aren't familiar with the Achieve Act, what are those 3 paths?
It would start with the ability for a student who has come here before the age of 14 illegally with their parents, of course, and they've graduated from American high schools. They would have 6 years to get some kind of degree, a vocational degree, a college degree, and then they would move on to the second step, which would be a work visa. And if they abide by the law and they have a job, they would be able to then get a third step permanent visa that is a legal status that they would be able to work here and never have a fear of being deported.
As always, there are critics. One of them, NBC Latino contributor and USA Today columnist Raul Reyes, who wrote this on Friday. The Achieve Act is not the logical place to begin. It offers no clear path to citizenship and saddles undocumented youth with additional conditions for legal status. At best, the Achieve Act is an inferior imitation of the DREAM Act. At worst, it is an unfairly restrictive and punitive measure. What do you make of that, Senator?
Well, I think it's quite balanced. You don't want a situation in which these young people get in line in front of the people who have been here doing the right thing, abiding by the law, not breaking any laws. And so you want to have the balance that gives them a legal status. It does give them a clear path to citizenship if they want to apply for citizenship, a green card, and then citizenship would come after those who have been in line in front of them get their opportunity, which is why we do think it's fair. There is a clear path to citizenship after they have taken the steps and shown that they will get a degree, they can have a job, they can live here legally as long as they abide by the law. And I think it's a fair way to do it, keeping in mind those who have been legal and done the right thing.
It's not likely that this is going to be taken up with serious consideration in the lame duck session. Is the idea here to start the conversation about comprehensive immigration reform within your party? Is this the starting point?
Actually, Harry Reid did say that we might have the DREAM Act or a DREAM Act alternative come on the floor in the lame duck. So we don't know for sure. We wanted to be proactive and be out with a positive proposal that would give them, these young people, a legal status. By the way, you also can serve 4 years in the military. I forgot to mention that as a way to move forward. But I think that if we don't get the opportunity this year to deal with it, I certainly think it will be on the drawing boards for next year. It will be one proposal that has the support of John McCain, who's a co-sponsor and will be there next year. And I think it's a good starting point. I think this is the way to start talking about how we regularize these young people who are in a conundrum right now because they have graduated from American high schools. This is the country they know, and they should have the opportunity to work here and contribute.
Senator, why has there been such an apparent disconnect between the way that politicians in Texas, politicians in the Lone Star State, specifically politicians in the Lone Star State who are Republicans, the way that they handle Latino issues versus the way that the GOP in roughly the 49 other states handle them?
You know, we do have a great relationship. The Hispanic culture is very much a part of our culture. We were part of Mexico over 175 years ago, and there is a lot of intermixing of our cultures and friendships and families that go back and forth, and we welcome these immigrants. They are good people, they're working people, they have good ethics and values, and we want to regularize them without breaking the law or causing a disruption for those who are already here legally and are trying to abide by the law. So, you know, we are a conservative state, but we're a state that has embraced our Hispanic culture.
Really quickly, before I let you get out of here, after the election, it's as though Governor Romney has all but vanished from the political landscape, with the exception of that lunch that he had at the White House on Thursday. Did his loss create a leadership vacuum of sorts inside the GOP?
Well, I think the next generation of leaders are stepping up now. I think you will see a lot of activity on both sides of the aisle, really. There will certainly be activity on the Democratic side, knowing that we will have a new candidate for president on both sides.
Give me some names. Give me some names.
Oh, I think we're going to have plenty of names. I think you're going to start seeing new people come out and start testing the water.
Okay.
And I think there's really an opportunity to define the Republican Party of the future. And I'm looking for candidates who might be more forward-leaning, to embrace the younger people in our country, to look for a way to project our values and what we want for America in a way that will attract more voters and maybe first-time voters.
Senator Kay Bailey Hutchison of Texas. Senator, enjoy retirement.
Hey, thank you.
Rain, snow, flooding, and what's expected to be a major mess up